Why are real estate companies in Nigeria not doing allocation? This is what I'm going to be discussing on. The reason real estate companies in Nigeria are not doing allocation or have delayed in allocation. Okay, kindly watch this video to the end. Watch it to the end. Recently I received calls from a couple of people complaining to me about the land they acquired from some real estate company in Lagos, and they are yet to get their land. Honestly, it's not easy to gather your hard-earned income to acquire the land and pay for the land. At the end of the day, they start telling you story, telling you trash. It can be frustrating. Honestly, it can be frustrating. And they wanted to know and find out what could be the reason they are not getting their land or allocation. So I have 7 reasons why real estate companies in Nigeria are not doing allocation or have delayed allocations. Please sit down and listen attentively. Before that, if you have not subscribed to this channel, kindly do so now. Click on the subscribe button to subscribe, and don't forget to activate the notification bell so that whenever I upload a new video, you'll be the first person to see it. Okay, do so now. My name is Festus Dadagon, CEO Shelen Properties. My job is to provide you with the real estate investment information so that when you are making real estate investment decisions, you will be able to make the right decisions. Okay, make sure you watch this video to the end. One of the reasons real estate in Nigeria are not doing allocation or delaying allocation is if they have acquired a property under government acquisition or no to them. Most of this land is acquired from the indigenous, the communities and families, which is common in locations like Ibeju, Lekki. There are a lot of issues in Ibeju, Lekki regarding this point I'm mentioning. Some real estate companies or developers acquired land without conducting a thorough search and investigation. So some of them do, but somehow along the line there might be an issue. So part of the land may fall under government acquisition. It is common for accession in progress land or accession in process land. You can find the link below this video where I talked about accession in progress or accession in process, which is not a valid land title. So if you have not watched it, please kindly do. The link is below this video, so go and watch it. Okay, most time some developers know that a particular piece of land is having issues, but they will still go ahead and acquire it. And they believe they could find a way around it, and at the end of the day it might not work out as expected. And one thing I don't like about some of these developers is the fact that they are not honest, straightforward. Keep on promising and giving excuses that are not justifiable. So if you have acquired a property for more than 1 to 2 years and you have not gotten allocation, know that the land is having issues. So another reason is when they have not fully paid for the property. Most of this land is either acquired directly from the government or directly from the indigenous, the communities and families, which is common in locations like Ibeju, Lekki, Ekpe, Ikorodu, most cases in Ogun State and most part of the country. Most of this property could also be acquired from a real estate company that may have previously bought the property from either the government or the family. And most time, real estate companies don't pay for this property at once. They go into agreement on a payment plan with whosoever they are buying the property from. And after making a deposit, they can go there to erect a banner and maybe start doing one or two things on the land. Now, if the company has not fully paid for the land and not fully get transferred ownership from whoever they are buying the property from, they may likely not going to do allocation yet. These are common to pre-launch properties. So pre-launch properties might take 4 to 6 months before the first batch of allocation can be done, because the company has to fully pay for the property before they can do allocation. You know, they have to settle with the owner of the land. They have to settle with the owner of the land before they can do anything. So the common reason why a company delays allocation is when they have not fully paid for the property. Okay. Another reason is when the survey layout of the estate is not ready. You know, when a real estate company newly acquired a land, the first thing they do is to work on the layout, bringing their plan of the estate on paper and how the estate is going to look like. So the surveyor will have to cut it out into different segments, plot sizes ranging from 300 square meter, 400 square meter, 500 square meter, 600 square meter, commercial plot, and also the road network within the estate and so on. So if the company is not done with the survey layout, they cannot do allocation, because the survey layout is what they are going to use to mark out the allocation for the investor. So whenever you want to acquire a property from a real estate company, after you have done your search and all that, and you are sure that it is a legit property, the first thing to do is to ask for the estate layout. However, if the survey layout is not ready, that does not mean you shouldn't buy the property. It's just a way of safeguarding yourself. So it means that you cannot get instant allocation. So it may still take about a month or 3 months. So until the survey layout is now ready, that is when they can now do allocation for you. This is common to pre-launch properties. In most cases, estate survey layouts are not always ready for a pre-launch property, most especially if they acquired a large expanse of land. It will take time for the survey layout to be ready, because the bigger the property they acquire, the more time it will take to do the survey layout. Okay. And another reason is if the company has multiple projects they are handling at a time, or launch a multiple project and also working on those projects at the same time. At this point, their man's power is spread, concentration is spread, and they are also divided, so it will affect allocation. And this is common to some real estate developers in Lagos. Most of them will not finish one project before they embark on another project. Imagine a company launching 3 estates within the space of 3 to 4 months, when they have not finished completed the one they are still working on. So there won't be concentration. There's no how there will be concentration. So another reason is that most time, some of them, when they launch a project or a new estate location and probably sold out 70% of the estate, they will now use the money to go and acquire another land or another phase, and they will now concentrate on that new one, which means people who bought from the previous one may experience a delay in allocation because their concentration, their focus is on the new one. And and they want to sell the new one very fast. This is the reason why it's always good to check the past track record of a real estate company to know how fast they allocate and how fast they deliver and develop their estate. And this will enable you to know if you are going to be waiting for months or years before getting your allocation. And if you are buying a project that has been in the market for over 3 months, try and confirm if they have done any previous batch of allocation before, and when was the last time they do allocation in that estate. This will help you to understand if the company is serious in terms of allocating your land to you or not. Okay, then another reason is if there's a dispute on the land, and this is why it's always good to buy property from a real estate company. When there's a dispute or encumbrances on that property, either between the community or whomever the company acquires the property from, is none of your business. So it's the business of the company to sort that out. It's none of your business, which is always common. Most time these real estate companies face a lot of challenges. They face a lot of challenges and investors are not aware of them. The family may start bringing out different issues as regards price and all of that, or asking for more money, which is common to the real estate industry, most especially in Lagos State and Ogun State, and also in the eastern part of Nigeria. So this may also cause a kind of temporary pending allocation, and pending when they solve all these issues, because they cannot come back to you as investor to start telling you stories about that one thing, this and that. No. It's their responsibility to face it, sort out whatever challenges they have, and when they are done, they will now resume back for allocation. Okay, I think I'm making sense. All right. One of the challenges I have with so-called real estate developers or companies is that most time they are not being transparent. They are not honest and straightforward about this dispute. They always find it difficult to tell us, the rector, promoters and investors, about the challenges they are facing on site. And most time they start giving excuses that are not genuine. Some of them will use rainy season as an excuse. However, some of these let's say some of them are still trying their best. Anyway, I must say this, some of them are still trying. It's not easy to own an estate in a place like Lagos or in the east. It can be frustrating. There are a lot of challenges from the community, Omonile, government, and they don't have choice but to face it. Okay, so if a company has been selling a particular property for a long time, maybe 6 months to 1 year, and they are also doing allocation as well, and at a point you now realize a kind of delay or they stop doing allocation, there might be a kind of issue, encumbrances or some dispute they might be facing on that land. So you should know that. Then another reason is probably at the point of selling the property, they oversold. People oversubscribe and they sell more than the number of plots they have in the estate. they are going to delay allocation, which is common to some real estate companies. It usually happen in location are that have a high demand, some prime location. They start selling to collect people's money after they sold more than the plot of land they have. For instance, if the company has 200 plots of land in the estate and they have sold over 300 plots, there will be a delay in allocation because they have sold more than what they have. So overselling can also cause a delay in allocation because they don't have land to allocate again, and they will now start looking for phase 2 extension. Start discussing with the family to buy more additional acres, and most time there might not be land in that area again, and they will not want to allocate you in another location. And that is when you now start hearing the land is the same thing, this and that and this. So we now start moving investors from one location to another, from location A to location B. I usually advise investors not to choose a long-time payment plan, especially if the location is a hot cake and if it's a location that people are buying very fast. Don't go for the long-term payment option. And when you are done with the payment of the land, try and balance up all other payments so that you can get your allocation on time. The faster you get the allocation, the better it is, just to avoid the story and all of that. Some real estate companies still are still very trustworthy anyway. So immediately you subscribe, even though you are on 12 payment plan, your plots will be reserved for you till you balance up. Why some real estate companies are not like that? They do first come, first serve. All right. Most time, some of us who opted for 12 months, 18 month and 36-month payment plans may not get land in that same place we think we are buying. Yeah, it happens most times like that. So in conclusion, some of the reasons why real estate developers or companies in Nigeria are not doing allocation or delay allocation is if they have purchased a property under government acquisition, when they have not fully paid for that property, when the estate surveillance is not ready, when the company has multiple projects they are handling at the same time, and use the money of one estate location to buy another one and abandon the first one. Instead of going to develop that one, they abandon to go and buy another one. Another reason is if there is a dispute on that land. So the next reason is if there's overselling, they have sold more than the number of plots they have in the estate. Thank you for staying till the end of this video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being part of this family. I love you all. Once again, my name is Festus. That I want to see you, Shile Property. Until I come your way next time. Bye for now.